If you've been around for a while, you've seen me use this before. This was a card kit from Stampin' Up, and I made cards and I made one layout, and I still have even more bits and pieces. So we are going to finish up this kit. We're going to use every last little piece. So these are the envelopes. They have that beautiful gold foiling. I don't know if I'll use these or just set them aside and use them for other cards that I mail out, because even if the card inside doesn't have the gold foiling, the envelope can still be pretty. So I'm not quite sure if I'll use those for my layout yet. I still have some of the little cupcakes. This is a cake that I had cut out of this pocket card. Not sure if I'll use that, but the pocket card could be used for a photo mat. I have some of these little shapes here, and some of the streamers and candle tops, or like the little flame. We have some tags, we got balloons. So we are going to finish off this kit. Another thing I'm wanting to bring in is this new One More Year stamp set. And I just thought these sentiments were so cute. And then this little dog and the cake, and you can do the wine and cheese, aging fine like cheese and wine. I think that's adorable. So I'm not quite sure if I'll go kind of the more fun route or maybe do some wine and cheese. I'm not sure, but I thought this would be super fun to bring in, and it's from the new online releases, so I'm excited to dive into that. I've decided this is going to be a double page layout. I used some gold foil sheets and I tacked it down to my Versamat, but I gutted out the inside. You can kind of tell there, a 1/2 inch around so that I could have a 1/4 inch border, and I had a little room for my adhesive. So then my white cardstock is cut down to 11.5 by 11.5. If you wanted to have them meet in the middle and not have, you know, that extra border there, you could trim it down to 11.5 by 11.75 to have that white meet in the middle and just have the 1/4 inch going around 3 edges. So that is going to be my base. And then I am going to do some stamping on all of these balloons. So I have some white ones, some kind of, they're like a craft kind of paper, but they are a little thicker than paper. And then I have more white. So I have 2 and 5. And I'm bringing in some background stamps. So these are the stamps that came with the kit. These two fill in these balloons perfectly. And then we have Happy Cake Day. There's a string, which is just a straight line. So I grabbed out one from my stash. This is from Close to My Heart, Let's Party. And these balloon strings are a little more bendy. So I think I'm actually going to use those rather than the straight one. And then I thought that instead of using just the stripes and dots, I could bring in some other background stamps and add more to the balloons. So I have stars. I could do like closer together speckles rather than the dots. I have splatters. I have some checkers and whatnot. So these would all fit perfectly onto these stamps. I could do, these almost look like sprinkles. So I'm going to play around with these and do some stamping. While I'm stamping, I'm going to take these little banner pieces that came in the kit, and I'm going to stamp some of these sentiments. Happy Cake Day. And then on this one, we could do At Least You're Not As Old As You Will Be Next Year. Happy Birthday, Another Wrinkle Wiser. So I'm going to just kind of play around with some of these stamps. These also came in the kit with these kind of rippled, scalloped edges. So it's meant to go on like so. So I could do a smaller sentiment there. So I'm just going to play around with some stamps, see what fits on what, and I'll be back to show you the colors I use and how it turns out. I have done a ton of stamping and inking. So I stamped all of my balloons. I inked around all of these pieces that were part of that kit. I stamped the banners and all of these pieces just from stamps from my stash. I stamped that cake that was from that other stamp set. I inked around all of those edges. I inked around these edges. So let's go ahead and start building this layout. I'm actually going to start with these 3 pieces. I cut some little photo mats, and these are 3 by 2.5. So my photos will need to be trimmed down, but those fit perfectly on here as little photo mats. So I'm going to place those down, and then I cut some 3x4s, and these fit perfectly behind these frames. So I'm going to use these. I'll need to leave some adhesive off of this so I can slide my picture back behind, but I think that'll look good there. So I have 5 photo mats so far, and we'll see how this layout starts progressing to see if I need more photo mats to fill in. These were actually meant to be thrown away. They're the inside of this. So they wanted you to use this frame on your card, and you could just discard that centerpiece, but they work perfectly for photo mats. I'm thinking something like this. So having one of the 3x4s over here and one over here, and then having the smaller photo separated. This has that cake cut out, but remember we're tucking that photo behind, so you won't see that missing from back behind there. But I thought I could do something like that, or even kind of offset it more playfully. And then same with this side, have that kind of, maybe something like that, and then have my photo, maybe have my picture straight, but then the background piece a little more playful. Not quite sure where I want that. And then I have this tag, and I have my little cupcake, and then of course all my balloons. I could do some journaling. I could have a title area, so maybe I want to switch these so that my title can be on the left. I typically put my title on the left. I'm not sure why. You could put it anywhere, but for me it just seems like a good spot on the left. And then of course all of my little sentiments that can go around. This is where I'm at so far, and I just kind of did a triangle with the gold foil, and then spread around my, I'm not sure that I love these 2 words side by side, so I might do something a little different there. And then I'm picturing my title here, stamping some strings in my background. So I think I'm liking how this is coming together. I'll start gluing some stuff down, and I might cut a circle to go around this. I think it almost looks a little messy having that decorative frame going around. This is from the Spotlight on Nature dies. So I think I might do a mocha circle and just mat that so that you see the mocha through those details. And then I know this is foil, so my journaling won't go directly on it, but I'm thinking of maybe cutting them down a little bit, or I don't know, but maybe just keeping the 2 and kind of offsetting them, and then I can write my journaling above them. I might even try cutting them in half this way since they're a little wide, and that might be tricky, but I might try it, and then I could have more space for journaling. I got these pieces adhered down, and I used some 3D foam to pop up a few of the pieces, and here, and then I left this open so I can slide my picture in there, and I left it open here to slide my photo in there. These are going to be photo placeholders too. I wanted to bring in these glitter banners. They were actually meant to hang from the balloon, but I thought it'd be nice to add a banner element, so I created these just out of a strip that was in that kit. So I cut my own little banner pieces, and then I used those same background stamps to stamp on them, and then I just had it hang there. If I was thinking ahead of time, it would have looked cute to do it in a corner or something, but I had some white space here that I thought I'd fill in. To bring over the glitter into this side, because that's the only glitter I have, the rest is just foil, I think I'll bring glitter over to my title. I used my thin cut from my stash to cut out Happy Birthday. I did Birthday in gold, which matches over here. This is a little more yellow, but this is a little more like champagne gold, but it'll work. It'll kind of tie over that glitter. And then I have a lot of white space. So I'm thinking of bringing in some metallic enamel effects in gold and maybe trying to splatter some of that in these 3 areas. I have my silicone mat here. It is a little stained, but I'm just putting some enamel effects down on that. And I have my water pen, water brush, and very little water, just enough to kind of wet that brush. And then just smacking that to add To bring in even more gold, I'm bringing in the gold textured adhesive back dots, and I'm just going to add those to my clusters. Let's take a closer look at the layout. So we got those splatters and we got a few gems added. Got my title adhered. So I can fit 5 photos on this pretty easily. If I need room for more, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. My journaling will go right down here. I love all the foil. We have officially killed this kit. Let's take a look at what's left of the kit. So what's left of this kit is a little bit of twine, which I've been using on other projects too, so that's going back in my stash. And then the cake that I cut out of this pocket card up here, so that's going in the trash. This is some extra frosting for my cupcakes, which I don't need. I don't have any other parts of the cupcake, so those are trash. These I had cut my banners out of, so very thin. They're already cut into. I don't think I need those, so I'll trash those. This is just a white piece of cardstock that I had used right here for my stamping. So I could just put this in my stash for a sentiment spot. And then I have some candle flames in that glitter. And I don't know that I would ever use these for anything. I don't have the candle sticks, and I'm not sure what else they could be used for. So those I might just end up trashing as well. But yeah, just a few candle flames and leftover pieces there. So we officially killed this kit. For still shots of this layout, I'll have my Instagram and Facebook linked in the description box below. And until next time, live a life worth scrapping. Bye guys.